Good morning and welcome back to another CSS Battle. Today we're going to be doing the target for July 16th, 2024. So let's just take a look at the target real quick. You can see we have 4 elements, one in each corner of the page, and that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off by creating 4 divs. This one I'm going to name div A, this one div B, and this one div C. So to start off, let's do a little bit of styling on the body. We can give it a background color. Very good. We can see it has some default margin. Let's get rid of that so that the elements can be right up against the edge. And now there's a couple different ways we could position these elements. My favorite way is probably using Flexbox, so that's what I'm going to do. So let's add a display of flex. We're going to add a flex wrap of wrap. That will allow the elements to wrap onto the next row. And since they're 100 pixels wide and our page here is 400 pixels wide, they all fit on one row. So we can see it actually wrapping. We can add a column gap. We can add a column gap of 10 pixels just to start. And we can see that our elements are wrapping onto the next row now. So to space them out horizontally, we can give them a justify content of space between. Next, we want to space them apart vertically. To do that, we can do align content space between. There we go. Now we have space between left to right and space between top to bottom. The last thing we need to do is bump one of these top elements onto the next row. So to do that, we can just increase the column gap. We try 50 pixels, 60 pixels, and there we go. We also need to add a background color, which is going to be white. And we can remove this old background color. Whoops, I think I added that in the wrong spot. So now the last thing we need to do is add the border radius to all these divs. Let's start off. We're going to start off by just adding a border radius to 1. We'll add a border radius to the top left one. We'll go 0, 0, 40 pixels, 0. That'll give a border radius only to the bottom right corner. And now for the rest of these divs, we can actually just rotate them. So for div A, we're just going to rotate 90 degrees. And that one's matching now. So if we remember, we have unlabeled div A, div B, and div C. So let's skip ahead to div C actually. We'll do rotate 180 degrees. And then going back to div B, we'll give it a value of rotate 270 degrees. There we go. Looks like we have a pretty decent match here. We can submit it just to be sure. Yeah, we can see we have a 100% match. Yeah, so just to review, we were able to position our elements in each corner of the page using Flexbox. We added a justify content of space between and an align content of space between to push them apart into the corners. We added a border radius to all our divs and rotated them to make them match the target. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.